been. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about
Okay.
it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up.
Give me some Ingram. It's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Mark Ingram, fresh off a big performance a weekend ago, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, we are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And they'll be led onto the field by their 6'6" quarterback, the former Arizona Wildcat, Nick Foles.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. A loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And quickly now, here's a look at the Rams offense.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
Well, certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Now Foles completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Here we go.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know... I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. Cousins now to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. That's caught. It's Thomas. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So first and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick six. Ingram. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Mark Ingram, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you
go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1.
Go, go, go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
13.
They go counter with Howard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Foles. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Draw play. Ingram now. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Past the 20. Touchdown. Robert Woods, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Rams have taken the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Cousins on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick, and he will score. Touchdown, LA.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A quick throw here out to Brown.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. McSorley. Thomas the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. And he's got a man, Demaryius Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. McSorley, 1st and 10. And he fires a strike to his big target, Demaryius Thomas. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end.
Let's go.
It'll be McSorley again. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. McSorley sets to pass to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Well, indeed, try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, where it was the Bengals who were able to pick up the victory at home. Jacoby Brissett leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Next, we'll stay in the AFC North, and we'll stay in Ohio as well, as we check on the other team in the Buckeye State, the Cleveland Browns. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. 31-0, the final score. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Ted Ginn, a touchdown reception. In the game you're watching, it's the former Super Bowl MVP Nick Foles with the strong first half. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. The 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Brandon Marshall, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll try and run with Ingram, and he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty, so they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Foles. He completes it to Boyd. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. They got a man. It's Woods. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now a hit and Foles loses the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half, they give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Robert Woods with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Rams are going to jump back in front.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Mark Ingram, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Steelers have once again taken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. But how does that affect the psyche? Or am I reading into that too much? They should be okay still?
No, you're not reading into it too much at all. You've got to wonder what the psyche is of the team because once you build up a lead and things are rolling pretty well, you don't expect it to change. And for it to change this dramatically, and now they're the team doing the chasing, yeah, you want to check out where they are mentally.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State with a sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have?
Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point try good by Gano. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe they're returning. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Connor Barwin came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Another try after the first down sack. Foles. This is going to be caught by the rookie from Arizona State, N'Keal Harry. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A big play there for L.A. 56 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Now Howard. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. On 2nd and 12, Foles throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. N'Keal Harry, the rookie, his intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Okay, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up enough to be a few inches short. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. Second and inches. Now a handoff to Ingram. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. And now he's going to use his legs. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here you go. 60 Pittsburgh. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Get ready.
Shifts by him. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. He will push his way down to about the 14. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Steelers, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everyone.